I want to start off this talk by asking everyone a quick question. And that question is, do you know anybody who's ever done something dumb? Or have you ever heard of anybody who's done something dumb? Raise your hand if you just know or heard somebody like that. No, maybe you look at them and say, wow, that was a dumb thing to do, wasn't it? But maybe do you know somebody who's done something dumb, but you know them very well, intimately? Maybe, possible? See, I know there's two guys who one day decided to do something really dumb. Now, I wasn't the only one who felt that way. They decided that now I know they had a big backyard, so maybe, but it still was dumb. They decided that they were going to get some wood together, chicken wire, and a bicycle pedal, and put it all together to make it fly. I said, whoa, that's just dumb. But I wasn't the only one who felt that way. People walk up to them and say, hey, listen, guys, stop this. Go to a baseball game. You'll get over it. Or go on vacation, you'll get over it. Or the end all that fixes everything, go take a nap, you'll get over it. But there's other people who felt even more impassioned about it than that. So a couple of them went to him and said, listen, what you're doing is an abomination against God, and you need to stop it. Because if man was meant to fly, he would have put wings on our back. Fortunately, these two brothers understood sometimes setting a dumb goal is a very smart thing to do. Smart goal setting process is what they use now in the business world and a lot of different ways to teach you how to set powerful goals. It's very simple. S stands for a very specific goal. M, that goal needs to have a measurement on it. A, it needs to be achievable or agreed to. R, it needs to be realistic. And T, needs to have a timeline on it. Well, here's the thing. S and M, those might be a good thing. A specific goal with a measurement on it as far as they go. It might be a very powerful thing. If you add on why you're creating this goal, it becomes really powerful. But that A, let me ask you another question. Who can tell you what's achievable for you? Who can tell you that? No one can they? If you also consider the fact that you don't know what's achievable for yourself, you don't know that yourself, how can anybody else tell you that? Who can tell you what's realistic for you or what's reachable for you? Once again, no one can. You don't know for yourself what's achievable, what's realistic. You just can't make that happen. So why would you set a goal that's already predefined? See, a lot of folks believe that if you set up a goal that has the achievable and realistic part in place, you already know how to do it. And that's why maybe sometimes setting up a dumb goal is a very smart thing to do. Whenever you want to make a difference in the human race or in your own personal development, do not set a smart goal. You have no idea what you're achievable, what you can achieve. You have no idea what's reachable for you. So do not set a smart goal. See, when man in the United States decided we're going to go to the moon, did we set an achievable or realistic goal? No, we didn't. We did not know how to get to the moon. We did not know how much it was going to cost. We didn't have the technical ability, but yet we did it. Any goal worth setting, any goal that's going to help you develop in your life, or any goal that you can set that's going to help humankind, you do not set a smart goal with it. That would be my suggestion. Just leave the achievable, reachable part out of it. But here's something you need to be aware of. If you're setting a goal that doesn't include achievable, reachable, maybe that should stay inside of you. Maybe you shouldn't be out sharing that with people. If you're afraid someone's going to come up to you and say, hey, go take a nap, keep that inside. But even more important than that, keep that inside because you know what? Your power comes from within. It doesn't come from the outside world, it comes from within. What you need to achieve, what you need to grow, comes from the core of you. If you're putting a goal out there, the outside world for people to get it, what happens? You're at the effect of CNNP. CNNP will hurt you because you're having your goal run from effects instead of the source, you. Keep your goals inside of yourself. I know a young lady who attended a goal-setting workshop. Very powerful day for her. She had some great goals written out, very powerful steps. She had everything done. Except for at the end of the workshop, she decided, I want to get me an accountability partner. So she went out and had lunch with one of her friends, and they worked through lunch and worked through dinner, set up their accountability plan. She said, though, at the end of this, something didn't quite feel right. But she went on. A few weeks later, someone else approached her rival, and said, hey, I heard about that goal-setting workshop you went to. Isn't it funny how those guys can motivate you to set those unrealistic goals like you did? How do you think she felt? You put it out there, people can come at it. But she said that wasn't my biggest concern. My concern was that I shared this with an accountability partner who decided to share with other people. That's what her concern was. Well, that evening, after that happened, she actually had dinner scheduled with her parents, so she goes to her parents' house. She's sitting down at her parents' house having dinner, and you guys know how mothers are. They can see this when something's wrong. You may try to hide it, but they can see it. Her mother looked at her and said, "Hey, Jennifer, what's wrong?" "Something's wrong." She goes, "Well, I'll tell you. So-and-so told all my secrets, all my plans to somebody else, and they came and approached me, and I wasn't so concerned about what that person said to me because I didn't like her anyway. But my friend betrayed my trust. I didn't like that." And her mother goes, "Oh, okay, I understand. What were the goals you set up?" Now here's the thing. Her mother loves her. Anybody who loves you and trusts you and wants the best for you, they want to protect you from the fall. So Jennifer told her mother what her goals were. And she said the second that she let those goals go, she realized it was a mistake, because on her mother's face, as much as her mother loved her and wanted to protect her from the fall, she said it was written on her face, "Honey, maybe these are a little bit too hard for you to do." Those who love you and protect you, they will also kind of chip away at that goal that you set. The power lies inside. Avoid CNNP. Second time or third time I've used that. CNNP, constant negative news and people. Put your goals out there and avoid those constant negative news and people so you can have the power of all that. See, Harriet Tubman said that always remember, inside of you, you have the power, you have the patience, and you have the passion to reach for the stars, to change the condition of our planet. The power and the passion and the patience to change the world is inside of you. You must always be willing to make that step to be more than what you have been. Setting goals can empower the world. So I also know somebody else who did something, I don't know about him. He had an opportunity to speak in front of the movers and shakers one day. He got in front of them. And he goes, "You know what? The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to our stormy present." Dogmas? What kind of word is dogmas? This is my thought, no, but I understand. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. What we used to do, what we used to believe in the past, is not good enough anymore. We have to look at what today is and figure on that. He said, the occasion is piled high with difficulties, and we must rise with the occasion. I think you might agree. Our lives right now are piled high with difficulties, and you must rise with that occasion. You must start setting powerful, achievable, and useful goals that can help humankind get better, help yourself get better. Then he continues, as our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. Things that used to be a certain way, now they're not that way anymore. Things have changed tremendously. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. You must become aware of your abilities to create a difference on this planet by setting powerful and useful goals. Set your own personal goals, be more than what you have been. Set powerful human goals and be more than what you have been. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to our stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulties, and we must rise with that occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. Abraham Lincoln, 1862, in front of Congress. He had the secret too. You are more than what you have been. Set some powerful goals. Dumb goal setting is powerful. Keep it inside of yourself. Be more than what you have been. I thank you for your time. Thank you.